All right, so today we're checking out 5 surprising things about Palos Verdes, California. What's up, everybody? I'm Shane Inman, a local real estate agent here in Southern California, specifically working in the South Bay communities. So on this channel, we cover everything outdoors and community in the South Bay. If that's something you're interested in, be sure to hit the subscribe button and hit the little bell so you're notified every time we put out a new video. And if you are thinking of moving to Southern California or the South Bay, be sure to reach out. I get people call and text and email all the time, and it's never too early to start your search. Even if you're 6 months or a year out from moving, I'd love to talk to you and figure out what your next steps are. All right, so Palos Verdes is this interesting little coast section down south of the LAX airport, but north of Long Beach. So you're in the South Bay Beach communities, but kind of on that bottom tip. And it creates some great coastline of hiking trails, horseback trails, running trails, with some great views. And so it's just a really beautiful spot to get outdoors and be out in the community. And today I thought we'd go over just some things about Palos Verdes that I didn't know about before I moved down here. I grew up in Northern California, and when I lived in Northern California, I had never heard of Palos Verdes, California. So, you hear about Santa Monica and Long Beach and downtown LA, but I feel like all these little towns along the coast in the South Bay here, you don't really hear a lot about, and they have so much to offer. So today we look at Palos Verdes and kind of some of the things that are unique that you might not know if you don't live here. All right, so the first thing is traffic, and I don't mean traffic as in getting on the freeways and sitting on the 405. I mean traffic in that it's going to take you a long time just to get to the freeways. So if you are working remotely and or let's say you're retired, or you have a income that allows you to stay at home, Palos Verdes is a great spot to be. The only problem with Palos Verdes is it's very large, with a lot of small streets as far as getting in and out of the area. So if you're trying to get to a freeway to work every day, it may take 20 minutes just to get from your door to a freeway. Another interesting thing about it is, you can kind of get in or out on a couple different directions, but typically I'll come from Pacific Coast Highway and go through the Malaga Cove shopping center, that direction, and there's a stop sign there. And so you've got a lot of people coming in and out there, and they actually have police officers that will direct traffic there on busy mornings and evenings, because you get so much traffic coming in and out of there. And if everyone's stopping at the stop sign, it's just going to take forever and traffic's going to get built up. So if you can be living in an area that's a little bit farther out from everything, Palos Verdes is a great spot to be. But if you need to be commuting into the city, it might be a tough thing. And there's different areas of Palos Verdes that are a little bit further out or a little bit closer in too. So there are options depending on what you're looking for. All right, and the second interesting thing about Palos Verdes is the peacocks. And so if you live in the area, you're very familiar with the peacocks. If you're not from the area, you might think it's a little strange, but there are peacocks everywhere, especially as you get up into some of the hillside homes, the small streets. You'll just hear the peacocks just squawking all morning long, and they're all over people's lawns. And they actually have a peacock jail. So if there's nuisance peacocks, they will actually get picked up and taken to the peacock jail, which in Malaga Cove, they have a little cage area for nuisance peacocks in the area. But people love them in the area. It's just one of those things that you need to be aware of if you're buying a home and you've never lived around peacocks, and let's say you're scared of them, or they make too much noise, then that might not be a good fit for you. But they're beautiful birds, and you see them all over town, and it's just kind of a cool thing that I feel like is very unique to Palos Verdes. So another really cool thing about Palos Verdes is the horses and the horse trails in the community. So there are a lot of little ranch style homes, although I do feel like Palos Verdes is kind of a suburban style living. You're right on the coast, you got beach homes, but you also have homes higher up on hillsides that have a lot of land, and they're ranches with chickens and goats and pigs and horses, and there's a very big community of horseback riders. My wife and I actually did a horseback riding trip through PV during Christmas time. Just went and checked out. They have quite a few different options to go horseback riding from guides in the area, and so that's kind of something cool. And then there's also a lot of people that just own their own horses and are constantly out on the trails riding them. And then the thing I love about the horseback trails is they're great for running on and walking on as well. So it gives you some really cool options for getting outdoors in a more suburban beach style community. And so I think that is something that's very unique to Palos Verdes, is you get a little bit of the ranch style with the beach style with the suburban style all in one very close area. And number 4 on the list is just the amazing views you have here. I mean, I guess it's not really a shock, but it is something that I feel like is not very well known, because I feel like there's not a lot of people that know about Palos Verdes, but the people that do are searching for, some of the things I mentioned before, like they're looking for a ranch, or they are looking for a view, or being near the beach. And so the views here are just amazing. You have some huge cliff sides where, you've got some drop downs that just make beautiful walks or runs along the beach where you're high up and you have a great view. You also just have some great views of all over from, like I said, PV has a lot of steep up tall streets. So it's great for some trail running or hill climbing. You can really find a ton of streets you can really climb up high. And as you get up high, you get some beautiful views. And with those beautiful views comes some beautiful homes. So there's just some amazing views and places to be and get outdoors in PV. And number 5 is something I hate about Palos Verdes, and that is rattlesnakes. So you do get a lot of outdoor, activities going on. And like I said, there's horses, there's pigs and chickens and peacocks and coyotes and all kinds of random pieces of nature in Palos Verdes, and there are sections that do have rattlesnakes. So it's not everywhere. It's not like you're going to go for a walk along the beach and run into a rattlesnake, but it is a possibility. I have seen quite a few rattlesnakes in Palos Verdes when I'm out running on the trails, but that's only on really hot days. It's just something to be alert and understand. If there's a sign that says rattlesnakes in the area, just be alert, because the first time I ran in Palos Verdes, I was like, there's no way. There's these beautiful homes right along the ocean. We're right next to some suburban streets. There's no way there's rattlesnakes here. And the sign says rattlesnakes in the area. And sure enough, out on a run on a hot day, I hear just a rattling going crazy, and I'm not really sure what the thing is. It sounds like a hose going on, like sprinklers turning on, and I just keep hearing it get louder and louder, and I look down and there's just a rattlesnake coiled up going crazy, about to strike at me, and because I'm getting closer and closer without even realizing it. So if you're taking the dogs for a walk, if you're going for a run, if you have kids and you're going, taking them out, if it says there's a rattlesnake being sat in the area, just be alert that it is possible, no matter how beautiful of an area it might be or what you might think compared to the climate and the location. It is possible that there's rattlesnakes in the area if there's signs posted saying that. All right, so that is a very, very brief look at Palos Verdes, California. And like I said, it's an amazing spot to check out. And if you are looking in the area and you're not sure where yet, feel free to call, text, or email me. And I'd be happy to help get you started in your home search.